Police Minister Bheki Cele is expected to visit Eldorado Park, south of Johannesburg. This follows yesterday's violent clashes between the police and members of the community. Residents are demanding answers following the fatal shooting of 16-year-old Nathaniel Julius on Wednesday evening. They've accused the police of killing the boy. The police have declined to comment on the circumstances surrounding the boy's death, referring questions to police watchdog IPID, which is investigating the case. Well, for more on this story, we cross to Maageketla Mohlabe, who's at Eldorado Park for us. Thanks very much for joining us, Maageketla. What's happening where you are?
Yeah, a very good day to you, Nombu. We are actually at the family home of Nathaniel Julius. This is where he was born, just behind me here. And in that house earlier on, there was the mother of Julius, and she spoke how the young boy was lovely. He actually loved everyone in the streets. And let's just quickly get some view from one of the community leaders here. Darlene, just talk to me. These are some of the incidents that we have seen in the past years. We saw you actually trying to engage police in terms of how they actually try to disperse crowd during protests. And I'm sure you are pretty much worried about what you saw yesterday during that protest.
Yes, I think what happened yesterday was needed, considering the fact that there were so many loopholes. There's so many opportunities for this government and for SABC to actually show us that they do put the community's needs first. If you look at what happened here on, I think not last night, the night before, where did you hear a SABC member takes a minor in a van and drives them to hospital? Up until today, we haven't seen forensics here. No photos has been taken. No statements has been taken from the family members. The member that is in question here is a known member to be using his rifle recklessly in the community. We can put an end to this as in yesterday, but I don't know why it's being dragged out. The only justice the community wants and everyone else wants is to see this person arrested. There's so much evidence at the disposal of SABC. We often hear about cases being thrown out because there's not enough witnesses, there's not enough people who saw what happened. You have the entire community who saw what happened. Why isn't this person being arrested?
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Darlene. And of course, let's just try and bring the Human Rights Commission. Buang, your colleague, has gone away, but let's just get you to tell us about this intervention here as Minister Bheki Cele is coming through. Just talk to us about that. Let's just get out of the way. As the camera person, my colleague Kabi Njogweni will actually pan towards that picture. As you can see, Minister Bheki Cele has just arrived here at the family home of Julius. And of course, he's visiting the family. He's going to engage with the family to try and understand what happened on that night. Just after 9 p.m., that's when the 16-year-old Julius, Nathaniel Julius, lost his life, and of course, allegedly in the hands of police. And as you can see, the crowd swarming up the minister as he enters the family home of Nathaniel Julius there. Perhaps Gwen Jones, we can see police minister Bheki Cele is here visiting the family. Just tell us more about your engagement with the family and perhaps the police as well.
Well, yesterday we had an opportunity to interact with the family. We extended our condolences as the Human Rights Commission. We also used the opportunity to offer legal assistance to the family of the deceased teenager. We have also facilitated the release of some of the protesters. Yesterday, we also played a constructive interaction between the community and the police to find a solution and to restore calm and order in the community.
So, I understand, of course, you're also saying that you're going to actually offer legal assistance to the family as well. Just tell us more about that.
Yes, the family indicated that they are going to seek justice, and the first part of this is to ensure that there is conviction of the person who killed the teenager. But the second aspect, which is very important to the family, is to secure appropriate relief in the civil courts.
And of course, I mean, we saw how police were heavy-handedness. I'm just picking up the cable so that we can move to that side. Let's just talk as we move to the other side. So, I mean, we saw police using heavy-handedness to try and disperse the crowd. Is that one of the points that you're going to address here?
Yes. Yes, it's something that we are looking into, and we have met with the police earlier today to find a way in which we can work together to strengthen community engagement, to advance human rights, but to also attend to concerns around the heavy-handedness of the police when it comes to quelling public riots or protests.
I mean, we've seen these incidents happen over and over again, Buang. But of course, some of the community members saying that it looks like Human Rights Commission drags its feet when it comes to addressing these issues.
It's not true. We have previously made findings and recommendations against the police. You remember the commission was involved in the Andris Tatani matter, and our intervention sought to assist the family to secure appropriate redress, but also to monitor that the IPID conducts a thorough investigation.
So in this case, how long are you going to actually take to sort of come up with your own report?
Well, firstly, we are going to monitor the investigations by the IPID. We are, secondly, going to assist the family to secure appropriate redress, and we will, in the interim, engage all the relevant stakeholders to strengthen community engagement, to facilitate the retraining of the police force, because the manner in which they respond or react to public protests is something that has received our attention. It's something that will require our intervention as the Human Rights Commission.
Thanks so much, Buanjo, that Gauteng manager for Human Rights Commission, Nompu. And of course, we understand now it's behind closed doors, meeting with the family here at the Julius home. Bheki Cele is there trying to engage with the family, but outside here is the community members, of course, angry as they are. And I'm sure you want justice, as you say, ma'am.
Yes, we want justice. Because where is the police who killed the child? Shoot the child for out the reason, for nothing. We want their justice. They even go in your houses and shoot in your houses.
Absolutely. All right, that's the outrage here in Eldorado Park. They need that police officer who they allege is responsible for this particular issue to be locked up. We understand IPID, of course, is actually investigating. They're still trying to come up with a report in terms of what happened on that night, Nompu. And of course, we will be actually giving you some updates, hoping, of course, that we will get some details from the minister himself after this particular engagement here with the family here in Eldorado Park.
Okay, thanks very much, my colleague there, Maageketla Mohlabe, reporting there from Eldorado Park.